What's going on, guys? I moved away. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. I have been away for a little while. I moved to Michigan, got a new place, new job, new space, everything like that. It's been a crazy thing going on right now. And haven't made a video in a while, but I've got some photography in the backlog, some photos I wanted to show off from a trip I took right before I left Florida. I went to Lakeland, and in Lakeland we've got the South Florida University, which is designed by Frank Loyd Wrights. And for people who don't know who that is, he's really famous for Falling Water, the Guggenheim, Price Tower, and a bunch of other stuff. And he's pretty much like the most famous architect in North America, or arguably of all time if you're really into mid-century modern stuff. But he started working on this college campus space in 1938, and he worked on it pretty much until he died in 1959. And it's got a big cathedral, it's got an observatory, it's got this atrium kind of performance space, and all the school hallways and classrooms in those buildings are all still in use. Those are all built by him over the course of a long time. And it was pretty hardcore. So when I got there, I wanted to shoot some ADOX CHS 102 because I really wanted a fine grain, low speed, black and white, something that just pulled a ton of detail from the space. And I was going to be sprocket scanning it through Brooktree Film Lab, sponsor of this video. You can use code EXTRA10 to get 10% off your order through them, and they just recently started offering sprocket scan services, so that's super cool. So I wanted to put that to use. And I also shot some other film stocks, and we'll go over some of those photos as well. But yeah, let's check it out. The whole campus was really spaced out, a lot of walkways. The big pool in the center was really nice, and it was kind of centered around that, and everywhere you looked in every direction was one big building, one big building, one big building. So you'd have a lot of these big grassy fields and these nice landscapes and all of that, which is really cool to see. And from what I understand, that the pool with all of the water spouts and all of that is actually the biggest water feature that he's ever designed, as well as the cathedral supposedly has the most stained glass out of anything he's ever designed, which is pretty cool little fun facts if you were trying to, show off to some friends about your architectural knowledge. So it's like three banger. You got the most Frank Loyd Wright buildings in a concentrated space, the most water, and the most stained glass. So that's pretty cool. And, you know, me and Robin were just walking around. There wasn't really anybody else there. It was the summertime, so there was no school in session, and we weren't allowed in the buildings, but it was still pretty cool to just be walking around and then, oh, let's go check out this building, and then you kind of enter in these little pathways, and then you go find another building and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, pretty nice. Yeah, I got these scans back and I was really surprised at how detailed they were, and the contrast is really high for being a 100 ISO film. And it was a stormy, not like stormy, but cloudy, gloomy day when we were there, but I think it helped a lot because the sky, there's so much detail in the clouds and the gradients that you see in some of these images. And yeah, and another thing too is that my SanDisk SD card got corrupted, and a lot of the footage got really glitched out, or I couldn't recover any of it. It was completely destroyed. So I don't have a lot of like on-site video, but I did shoot 3 rolls of film there, so I'm pretty happy with what I got overall. This one I really like a lot. This one is like I believe it's the dorm courtyard, and the sky is just totally white, and the leaves are kind of looking white, almost like an infrared kind of film. I don't know if it has any infrared sensitivity at all, but I love that the foliage is just like from top to bottom, bright to dark, and there's so much detail in all the grass and the little bits and bobs and the glass in the background and all of that. It's so nice. And I also shot a roll of the Reflex Lab 800T, and I was using an 85B warming filter. So here's some of those shots here. I think the colors are pretty muted, I think. Maybe that's just due to the cloudy weather, but I think it suits the aesthetic of the space, a lot of the concrete and tan colors and things like that. This one here is probably my favorite, with the little round bush in the foreground, and then the mid-ground it has the big water pool, and then the background it has the big cathedral. This one's nice too. You can kind of see a little bit of halation creeping into these corners on this stone here, and the big bright area. He's got a little bit of a red glow, and it kind of matches the red part of the building on the top there. And I also shot a roll of Kentmere 400, but I pushed it 2 stops to 1600. And these shots have a ton of contrast, but also a ton of grain, at least compared to the ADOX film. But these ones are very moody, where the grass is almost black, the trees are black, and the sky is really, really bright in a lot of them, but you can still see a lot of cloud detail and texture. And yeah, that's what I got for you guys. A couple of rolls, but I think I've got some really nice shots. If you're interested in any of the photos shown in the video as a print, just hit me up on Instagram. I can ship one out to you. I can print up to 13 by 19, so pretty good frame if you get a 17 by 22 frame like the one I just put up here. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you like it if you liked it, subscribe if you really liked it, and I'll see you guys around, alright? Peace.